Hey guys, I told you on my last video about selling the van. I told you I'd show you, make a video of our replacement. So that's what I'm going to do here now. This might be kind of a long video, so hopefully it won't be too boring, but I'll give you a run through on what we ended up with and a little tour of the thing. And so let's get started. Right there. So this is a 1992 Wilderness 17E 17E. It's a 17-foot fifth wheel. Actually a pretty tiny little camper, almost like a truck bed camper, only on its own trailer. A couple of great features that I think are, first of all, it's a tandem axle or two axle, and it's a fifth wheel. So one thing kind of interesting about this fifth wheel, I normally have had a lot of trailers in my past years, but this is my second fifth wheel. And the reason I was looking for a fifth wheel is because they are a little bit nicer to pull. There's advantages and disadvantages to all of it, but anyway, there it is. Let me give you a quick tour of the outside. First off, underneath the fifth wheel here we have a big storage compartment. So for lawn chairs or whatever, they got a bunch of parking blocks and boards and stuff in there. This is a hand crank. It's not electric, which is nice because it's not a very big camper. It's not that heavy. I think it's about 3,400 pounds empty. And you just hand crank the front up so you can load it up. Over here on the passenger side we've got a LP tanks. Even came with a squirt gun. Haven't tried the squirt gun yet, but two 20-pound tanks, just a barbecue grill size, but two of them. This is the refrigerator vent. This trailer does have electric brakes. Outlet here for 110. Double outlet. And there used to be an awning out here. Not a big fancy one, but just one that slips into this track up here. Of course it's no longer here. It's probably rotten and in the trash many years ago, but I'm not too concerned about that. On the back here, another storage compartment that goes almost the full length of the camper, and this is underneath the dinette area. So large items, long items we can put in there. It's a back door entry like a truck camper. It's kind of interesting, and then it has this nice little step, folds up when you're going down the road, makes it easy to get into. And this one has a 2-inch receiver hitch mounted on the back if you wanted to pull a small boat or something, which we will not be doing. And then we have another storage box here, jacks and tire blocks and so forth, whatever you think you might need. This is the furnace vent exhaust. Access panel here. There's a 110 cord or 120 cord in here for plugging in, hooking up to cable TV if you're at a park that has cable. We have an outside shower, so that's kind of nice for washing gear off or accessing water from outside the camper. And there's some pink stuff down in there. This has been winterized. Water down here for if you're at a campsite and you just want to run direct water and not have to run your pump, you can get water that way, or you can fill the tank. I'm not sure how big the tank is. I think it might be 20-gallon freshwater tank. Another storage compartment here. They've got an RV hose in there. Here's my crank, and this is the battery compartment. They have one battery in here. It looks like I could probably fit 3 if I filled that box up, but we'll get into that later. I'm going to put solar on this. And then down here we have a 6-gallon hot water heater. Runs off propane. Here's where my crank goes. And then back around to the front. No window on the front, which is fine. All right, let's go inside and have a look in there. I'll give you the tour. A door and a screen door, and the screen's in good shape. And it's basically set up like a truck camper. Got a dinette here that folds out into a small bed, and up above that is another small bed for maybe a child or something, or just storage. A couple of 2-inch thick mattresses. One pulls over here and that'll make a small bed, but we'll probably end up leaving this up like this and then just use it for storage. We have the AC unit, and then right across from the dinette is a bathroom, and this is a huge thing to the wife. It's a wet bath, so a toilet and shower. You just stand right here and shower. Everything is designed to shed the water, apparently. And a fan vent up in the top there. It looks like it needs a new fan blade. It's kind of beat up, probably rotten. Medicine cabinet. We're storing bathroom items. Shower curtain here. Just pulls across the doorway here. Help keep the door dry when you're showering. And then the back of the door has some storage for wardrobes or whatever as well. You can hang your stuff up here and let it drape down. Okay. Down here we got a fuse panel and then a propane heater. Now, these heaters work good, but they have a blower fan, so they use electricity. I may end up putting my radiant heater, my catalytic heater, in here in place of that. I don't know yet. We'll see. Nice big closet here for hanging coats and storing brooms or whatever you need. This is pretty big. This is maybe 2 feet deep and about a foot and a half wide. 4-burner stove, an oven, nice vent hood with exhaust fan and a light. There's the panel for checking your tanks. It has a gray water tank, black water tank, and then of course your battery condition and fresh water. Water pump switch. Levels test. Oh, check the different levels of the tanks. Nice double sink. And then more cabinets, and this one has a microwave. We'll probably pull that out. I don't know that we'll keep it. You probably just use it for storage. Another cabinet. Another cabinet. This one has connections for a TV, with a power antenna. Here's the controls for the power antenna on the roof there. And of course, storage underneath the sink. Access to the water pump and the water tank right down through there. Nice little shelf here for salt and pepper and spices and that sort of thing. And a little one over here with a drawer. So there's a lot of storage in here in comparison to our van, which is nice. That'll be kind of nice to have. And then over here we've got a nice big pantry area with several different shelves in it from floor to ceiling. And again, that's nice and deep, a couple feet deep probably, and a foot or so on width. This is not the original refrigerator. This is a 110 like college dorm fridge. Seems to be pretty common out here. When your propane fridge goes out, those things cost several $1,000s to replace, and people just put these dorm fridges in here in place of them. I don't know. It probably takes quite a bit of electricity, so I don't know if we'll keep it in here. We may pull it out. I have the 12 volt Dometic in the van that I'm keeping, and I'll probably end up maybe cutting this wall out and put a shelf so that I can set that 12 volt refrigerator in there, because it does really good on solar. And then up here in the cab over area is a queen size bed. This is where we're gonna pull this mattress out and put it in the van for whoever ends up buying the van, if anybody does. And then we'll put our the van mattress now is a memory foam, so we'll put it up in here and it'll fit. We've measured it already. Both sides of the bed have a nice little storage compartment that's only maybe 4 or 5 inches deep, but it's very, very long. And then a little wider one on this side, up there next to the bed. Good for shoes and clothing. Little closet here, pretty deep for hanging items. A little hanger in there, and then the same thing over here on this side, below the stereo. AM FM cassette stereo up there. Bunch of wires on the back of that from that radio. But again, a nice little closet that's pretty deep. This is a privacy shade. If you wanted to pull that across and kind of section off the bedroom area. There's nothing underneath the bed for storage or anything, because of course that's all where the fifth wheel hitch is and stuff. Got just a regular vent up here. It's not a fantastic fan or anything like that. I sure would like to have the fan out of the van, put it in here, but we'll see what happens. Nobody buys the van, maybe I'll swap it out. One thing nice about this camper, it's a 1992, and I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there is no interior water damage at all, which is unusual for a camper of this age. They're hard to find without water damage. And the roof looks good. It's a rubber roof. It needs a little bit of attention, and I'm going over it with some Dicor lap sealant just to maintain it and make sure that it's not going to leak. I noticed the vents on the air conditioner, the vent fins are kind of all beat up from hailstorms and that type of thing. So I've got a special tool that will straighten those out. It's not fun, but it's doable, and it'll make that air conditioner work even better. So I'll probably do videos on all this stuff when I get into to working on it. But it doesn't need a lot of work. A little bit of maintenance on the roof just to make sure it's good to go. And then whatever I'm going to end up doing with this refrigerator area. Here's the thermostat for the HydroFlame furnace. Thermostat's nice, so you don't have to get out of bed. That little I can't remember the name of it, but that furnace that I bought, that catalytic heater, wave 3 is what it is. Would be really nice in here, but it does not have a thermostat, so I'm not sure yet exactly what I'm gonna do with that. I mean, I'm gonna use it in here, but I don't know if I'll use this electric furnace that's built in or not. So anyway, let me just kind of pan around back up here so you can kind of get a good look at the whole camper interior. Really good shape. The cushions and the dinette area, the shades, curtains, screens, everything is just in excellent shape for the year of the camper. So we're excited and happy. Of course, I need to sell the van. If you're interested, let me know. I'll probably wait, I don't know, maybe another week on the van and see if anybody is interested. If I don't get any interest, let's say probably after the election, then I'm going to probably start pulling solar equipment out of that van and installing it on this camper. So that option of buying the van as is with solars is only going to be for a limited time. I need to get to working on this thing if I have any hopes of getting out to Arizona this winter with it. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all the comments and the support, and you guys passing on my van for sale video and sharing that with other people. We'll see what happens. So stay tuned, and we will get to working and get this thing spruced up and ready to go so we can hit the road. See ya.